Skip wrote to me again. This is how he's treating me. This is what he's saying. No, I don't have to lighten up. I don't have to lighten up about anything. The internet, there are some things that are fun about the internet. You're not one of them. You're certainly not one of them for me. There's nothing fun about stalking. This guy's attitude is really, and I think the attitude that the conglomerate is really telling men to have about women is really a classic attitude about women that abusive men have had for like centuries and centuries, right? You know, lighten up, I didn't hit you that hard. Lighten up, you know, rape's not rape if it happens within marriage, that kind of thing. I mean, I think probably at least some of what's happening and the support for it that it's getting is because there are a lot of people who don't really know what the history of some of these things are. You know, the history of some of these things is. I was going to say exactly the right way. I mean, it wasn't until the last quarter of the last century that laws started to get passed to protect women from being raped by their husbands. I mean, the idea was before then, you get married and your husband has every right to your body, and he can just have sex with you, and it's not even going to be defined as rape. And I actually, after I saw this message from him, see, this is the thing. This is the Wikipedia article about marital rape, as far as the United States goes, and you know, I mean, it's just. Wikipedia, you know, I've said, you know, I will look at Wikipedia for things I already know something about, or for things I don't know anything about, if I want to just kind of get immediate information, right? You could just rape your wife. That's the way it was, and they didn't even call it rape. They did not call it rape. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does, and likewise the husband does not have. But they didn't treat it that way. It wasn't like that though. It was always treated as if it was the female who could be raped and have it not be called rape. Right. It was not a crime before, right? That's the thing that people just don't understand this. They don't understand that women's rights are certainly were never a guarantee, or something that people had to fight for a very long time. It was in the last century that women got the right to vote, right? They couldn't vote before then. This is you're not people who are not paying attention to what these things are really all about, you know, are participating, maybe they don't realize it really, participating in enslavement of women. No, they're really doing that, enslavement of women, enslavement of children, you know, and this attitude is something that, this guy stalked me for months. He's stalked me, he's been totally disgusting. I told him to leave me alone. I've told him to leave me alone and leave me alone. I don't even know how many times I told him to leave me alone. And now he's like, you know, I've told people what the YouTube address was that he was using to stalk me at YouTube, and now apparently people are writing to him there. You know, it's like, and I would not be surprised if he's telling them all sorts of lies about me. And now here he is again telling me to lighten up. This is what he says to me every time I say, just leave me alone. You know, I want you to leave me alone. He's like, Lena, lighten up. I'm your friend. But you are not my friend. You are not my friend, and I want you to leave me alone. I really, truly, seriously want you to leave me alone. There was something that he wrote to me like a couple of days ago, and I had a number of messages at that point. I had several, you know, that had been written to me by a number of stalkers, and he you know, so there's a few that have been pretty consistent, and he said something like, you only want to be friends with celebrities, and that is first of all, I don't have any friends who are celebrities. Like, trust me. The angry things that you have heard me say in videos and that sort of thing, or the things that I've written, you don't even know the kinds of things that I've said, like in voicemails to the New York Times, things that I was saying in my own hacked voicemail this past summer. You haven't even heard, you know, all the angry things that I had to say about the way that I've been treated. And of course, someone like Skip, thinks that he can treat me the way that he does because the conglomerate treats me the way that it does. And for a while, I tried to explain that to various famous people. I tried to explain to them, look, the way you're treating me is what's making a lot of people think that it's all right to treat me the same way, right? And then they try to throw it in my face, being like, you must be like a celebrity attention seeker, that kind of thing. And that's really not. That's not what happened, right? There have been all sorts of people who have offered to be friends with me. I've said no. They've offered to date me. I've said no. They've offered to marry me. I've said no. I've said no because for all sorts of moral issues, and in some situations also because the conglomerate just threatens all sorts of people. And I see this guy getting attention from the conglomerate, and positive attention from the conglomerate. And this is how he's treating me. I mean, are you trying to say I don't have the right to tell somebody no? Of course I have the right to tell somebody no. And actually maybe people don't realize this, but a lot of the anger that is directed towards me by both male celebrities and female celebrities, I think, has to do has a lot more to do with my rejection of them and my criticism of them than of them like trying to like get rid of some poser. I mean, it's not like it is nothing like what the public has been led to believe about me. It is nothing like that. It really isn't, right? And really, no matter who somebody is, no matter what, right? If it's some kind of potential social situation and I'm telling you no, what you're supposed to say is, okay, I get it, I'm sorry. I'm not going to write to you anymore. I get it that you want me to leave you alone, and that's what I'm going to do. And you haven't done that. And I'm telling you, celebrities who have treated me the way that you have gotten the same reaction from me. I have said, I don't want you to treat me like this. I don't want you to treat me like this, and I want you to leave me alone. Right? Don't think that hasn't happened, because it certainly has. You don't see me in the tabloids, do you? You don't see me like walking down the street with some celebrity person, right? I mean, and having him rub his nose and having him treat me like crap, because I'm not gonna do that, right? When I have a choice about how it is that I'm gonna get treated, I'm gonna choose not to be disrespected. And if you think if you think that I'm gonna like choose something else, some other form of like inferior treatment just because somebody's a celebrity, you are entirely wrong. And a number of them have thought that also, and they've also been entirely wrong, right? And a number of them get disappointed, they get angry, they get this, they get that, But I said it right from the beginning. You can't treat me like this. You cannot treat me like this. Leave me alone.